Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Team Gohan Fighter back with another video, and today I'm going to finally be doing my breakdown video of Monkey D. Luffy versus Mr. Fantastic, the Battle of the Rubber Men. So here we go. You guys basically know how this all goes down. So here we go. 4 categories: strength, speed, skill/technique, and durability. So, first let's get to strength. Now, with Monkey D. Luffy, he's obviously a rubber man. He has many attacks. And if I got into every single attack that he's done throughout the anime and slash manga, I'd be here all day. So let me just get into some of the most common ones he's done throughout the series. Alright. So, obviously, he can take his arms, he can stretch them, and then punch them from long distance. Um, he can do thousands of punches at a time, like so quick that you won't even see it. Like Gum Gum Rocket, as I believe he calls it. Um, he can also make his head big and just kind of eat you at. He can also again stretch his arms back. Pretty much he can do anything with his rubber stuff. He pretty much can just come up with different things on the fly if he truly wanted to. Um, like I said, Gum Gum Rocket is probably his best one. He also can inflate himself and do like a balloon called a rubber balloon, and it deflects attacks. He can also obviously he can when he's got shot with bullets and stuff like that. Um, he can just reflect them right back with ease because he's rubber. Um, he's also taken the finger pistol to the neck, which would kill a normal person, but because Luffy is a rubber man, it only hurt him. It only it was like a regular person getting punched essentially to him rather than actually getting killed, because if it was a regular human that attack would have been fatal. Um and the CP9 guy even said that. Now, those are some of the examples of what Luffy can do. Now getting to examples of certain strengths that he can do. Also, I also for almost forgot to mention some of the gears that he can do. Um, he has second gear, which basically, as you're looking at right now, second gear is basically Luffy using his legs to pump up his blood throughout his body at a much faster rate. Activating second gear also uses a lot of storage energy for his body, leaving his body inhabited. His heart rate also increases to the level that are normally impossible. His veins are able to withstand this since they are made of rubber, thanks to his Gum Gum Devil Fruit, obviously, which makes him a rubber man. In this form, Luffy gains a considerable amount of boost in speed and strength. Now, this will help him tremendously in second gear. Also, he, for no reason really explained, his body turns pink in this form. This is a very, very good technique for him. Now, also, when he then goes up to like third gear, Luffy pumps up air through his bones to make it legitimately glide. Only Luffy can do such a thing with the Gum Gum Devil Fruit. Used with the strong velocity, apparently gives his arm massive large. Basically, his arm gets so big that it's this big fist, and basically hit people with it. Strength as Limbo, and trouble moving, useless in a fur form. One of the downsides to this form is that the after effect of Luffy is he actually is reduced to a child. Yes, he actually turns into a child. And for any amount of time he was in third gear, that's how long he will be this child, which will leave him vulnerable. Um, because he basically can't do anything in that. Um, Now, getting to his final form, which hasn't been released in the anime yet, is manga, which I had to do some research on, is the fourth gear. It is developed during the time skip when he fought giant creatures on Rascalion. He first coats his arms in a bite into foreigners, similar to how he activates his third gear. By the way, his third gear is activated by him biting his thumb, by the way. He blows and inverts an amount of air into his body, but this time he inflates his muscle structure. In this form, his body proposed becomes wrapped and is much larger in the size, with his arms, torsos. It is a coat across his raptions, which ends make form flames, and he also gains shadings around his inners and outer edges of his eyes. And as you can see what he looks like, he pretty much looks so fucking OP, it's not even fucking funny. Now, by the way, in this fight, there is no prep time. I just want people to understand this. That they don't know who each other. They don't know who they are going into this fight. Also, another thing I would like to mention is that there is no outside help. But I'm pretty sure pretty much everyone should know this by now. So those are some of Monkey D. Luffy's things. Now we go to Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic obviously is rubber as well. He is able to able to morph into anything. He can wrap around someone. He can deform himself so he's like a shape of like a circle or something like that. He can stretch. Stretch his arm similar to Luffy. He can also dodge bullets. He can also dodge the bullets. Which again, these are very impressive. This is a very impressive. However, Monkey D. Luffy has done this as well. And obviously with his fourth gear, increasing his speed and strength. Again, Mr. Fantastic is on a team, and he is the captain of his team, or is the leader of the team of the Fantastic Four. But against himself, he has really lack of combat experience. He's not used to fighting by himself. He's usually fighting as a team. Obviously, he's very intelligent. He's the most intelligent person in the Marvel Universe, or close to it, if not the smartest. So he's very intelligent. He can outthink of his opponents, but usually, again, he's doing this as a team perspective. He's coming up with strategies with teams. However, in a battle like this is one-on-one. There is no outside help. So he has to do this on his own. Where Monkey D. Luffy has far more combat experience one-on-one and has been able to hold his own against many tough opponents. I mean, just in this past episode of One Piece, he took on the CP9 leader, or not the leader, but like the strongest CP9 guy, Tiger Man or Jaguar Man, I forget what his name is, but he takes him on, and he obviously promised that he would never get down, he would never fall down again.
Ultimate Radius! Six King Gun!
Until he beat him, and then he goes on and he beats him. And he took a fucking big ass punch to the double punch to the chest, which is pretty pretty good considering the fact of all the damage he had took prior to that. So in terms of strength, I'd have to give the edge to Monkey D. Luffy. In speed, as we said, we've showed the increase in speed that he gets just from Monkey D. Luffy getting to second gear. And he's well round versed. Mr. Fantastic is pretty fast, but that's in his universe. But when he's crossing over and he's fighting against someone like Luffy, even though obviously Luffy is not as intelligent as, say, Mr. Fantastic, as obviously Mr. Fantastic's a genius, he would obviously win in the intellect category if there was one here. His speed is fast. It's superhuman speed, but against someone like Luffy, who's just as fast, if not faster, once he does all his gear power ups, as we've seen throughout the anime, and I'm sure people have seen throughout the manga. This pretty much would go to Monkey D. Luffy again. The edge for speed has to go to Luffy, and now skill slash techniques, as we've already kind of shown what Monkey D. Luffy is. And like I said, if I had hours to spend on how many different techniques that Luffy has come up with throughout his journey, I'd be sitting here for hours talking about all the attacks. Like, I have an entire page I'm looking at right now of just different attacks that he could do. Obviously, again, his most common one is his Gum Gum Rocket, which is just a bunch of his arms, which is just literally a bunch of his arms, punching people all at once. But he's come up with many different attacks throughout the series. And I could just not see Monkey D. Luffy being outclassed in this category either, even though Mr. Fantastic has stretching abilities. That's pretty much all he does, is he will wrap himself around his person and stuff like that. He'll do that stuff. But against Luffy, that's pretty much what Luffy can do. And Luffy can not only do stuff that Mr. Fantastic can do with his stretching abilities, but Luffy can do all other things as well. Like I said, third gear, or second gear, third gear, fourth gear, being able to do all these other things that pretty much Mr. Fantastic can't do. So again, the edge for skill slash technique has to go to Monkey D. Luffy. Coming in at durability, this is pretty much clear cut. And I'm just going to show you this right here to for you to fully understand why this is clear cut. So as you can see from that clip, it pretty much shows why Monkey D. Luffy is clearly more durable than Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic easily was taken out by electricity from Dr. Doom, where Monkey D. Luffy took a full-on electric blast right to his body and was fine. And as I mentioned earlier in the last episode of Monkey D. Luffy, on just this past episode of Tsunami, we seen Monkey D. Luffy take a beating and get up from it. And, obviously he took a head-on attack, a double punch attack, which would have killed any opponent that CP9 agent fought, and didn't do shit. It didn't do anything Well, it did, but he didn't fall down from it, and he still came back, and then he went on to win that fight. So it just pretty much shows how durable Monkey D. Luffy is compared to Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic, again, a good superhero, but he works as a team. He is a leader of a team. All right, he is not used to fighting one on one. He is not where Monkey D. Luffy has a crew. He also has fought many battles on his own. He has far more one-on-one combat experience than Mr. Fantastic does. So as I said, my verdict for this one is pretty much clear cut that Monkey D. Luffy gets the win here, and wins all categories. I wasn't going to originally include the fourth gear to Monkey D. Luffy's arsenal, but one of my subscribers insisted that I should use it. The reason why I was not going to use it was because, well, Luffy was going to win anyways. But he insisted I should research it, so I did, and there it is. Now I kind of just made Luffy win 10 times over. But against Mr. Fantastic, it's pretty much clear cut that Luffy is a far superior fighter in this battle. He has more combat experience one-on-one. He has more techniques. He has been able to improvise. Yes, Luffy is not as smart as Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic is a genius. All right. But at the same time, it takes more than just being a genius to win a one-on-one fight. You can be the smartest person in the world and still lose a fight. And again, Mr. Fantastic's downfall is that he's a leader of a team. He leads a team. He is not used to fighting one-on-one. All right, he usually relies on his team to come up with the strategies at hand. But against Monkey D. Luffy, not only Luffy is unpredictable at times, which probably Reed's, aka Mr. Fantastic, would not be able to figure him out. The only way he would probably really be able to figure out Monkey D. Luffy is if he had prep time against Luffy. And in my battles, there is no prep time. You do not get prep time. So the people that are making that argument, well, he probably could possibly beat him if he had prep time. Well, again, in my battles, that you can't do that. And even if he did, I still think Luffy would still win. Because he outclasses him in techniques. And again, he has far more combat experience than Mr. Fantastic has in one-on-one combat. Yes, if this was probably a team thing, then maybe Mr. Fantastic would have a chance. But in a one-on-one battle to the death, this is pretty clear cut. The winner of this battle is Monkey D. Luffy. That is my verdict. And now I'll show you a special battle.
Round 1. Fight.
So yeah, like I said, officially, as of right now, the winner of this match is Monkey D. Luffy. Comment, rate, make a video response if you want to. If you haven't, please subscribe to my channel if you like this video or any of my other videos or any of my other breakdown videos. So that's about it. I'm Team Gohan Fighter. And before this video ends, I just want to mention the deadline for the viewer's choice, if you haven't voted yet, is August 1st, so it's in a couple days. So go out there and vote, because not many people obviously have voted in it. Link will be in the description box. Like I said, there are 5 comments. You thumbs up the one you want. There's 5 choices, and there will be 5 comments down in the comment section that were posted by me. And if that's the one you want, you thumbs that comment up. And I explain how you do that if you have a mobile phone device, by the way, in that video. So do that, vote, see if you can possibly get your dream battle coming true. So that's about it. Again, I'm Team Gohan Fighter. And since I feel kind of a little generous, I'm going to show you one of the combatants for the battle that will happen after your viewer's choice, to keep y'all guessing. So until next time, and well, next time when we find out the viewer's choice. By the way, for viewer's choice, when that all comes out, I will be posting a teaser video still of the viewer's choice winner. So don't worry about that. But now, one of the combatants for next time's battle. Peace!
Won't take long.
You have a bird brain, too. 6 Florette! She has him pinned. Actually, it's my clutch attack. Power and speed are no match against it. You get it now?
What's your specialty?
Killing.
Luffy! My investigation has concluded that she is far too dangerous! You guys listening to me?
Now say Fleur!
What the?
Slap! I've been waiting a long time to do this.